Hi, we're here at Agile India 2017 with Isabel Evans.
Hi.
And we were just talking about different people and their maybe levels of enthusiasm about Agile principles and self-management, and why some people embrace these ideas and some might be more resistant or less enthusiastic.
Yeah. I think there's a number of reasons why sometimes people aren't so enthusiastic about Agile. As a methodology, when we talk about self-managed teams and people being empowered, it takes a lot of courage and self-confidence to be self-empowered, to self-manage. And if we have people who, through their upbringing or their previous life experiences or how they've been managed in the past, or indeed sometimes culture, have been brought up in a way where they are used to authority and to being told what to do, and perhaps have been in some way punished for taking the initiative. If you suddenly then ask them to be self-managed and empowered, they won't know how to do that, but also they'll be very frightened. So at an extreme, they might believe that any decision they might make, any change that isn't mirroring what they believe is wanted from them, any critique is going to cause them some sort of problem. So at a very extreme level, if you've got, in a human world, totalitarian regimes, it's very difficult for people to come out from those sometimes. And yesterday in my talk I was using the rest of the animal kingdom as an analogy, and one that springs to mind is the behaviour of battery chickens when they're freed. So factory farm chickens, when you take them out of their cages and you put them in a big open space, they're terrified. It takes them a while to get used to the idea that they're now allowed to roam. So that's the type of thing that I think is interesting when we start to say, particularly I've seen the situation where senior management has seen Agile as a silver bullet answer to their problems. They say, we're all going Agile. And they've not embraced themselves the principles. Everybody knows they're the same personality, so they're waiting for the same behaviours. And if that person in the past has been very authoritarian, what suddenly happened to change them into somebody who's going to behave in a different way?
So it sounds like what you're saying is the existing way of working, the existing processes and structures have provided a certain level of safety for people, and now we're asking people to work in a very different way. They don't know how management will react, or they haven't quite believed that this stuff is actually changing.
Yes.
So what have you seen has helped her to be successful in those types of situations? What strategies have you taken, or would you suggest people take?
I think you can coach people along and take it gently, a stage at a time. And this isn't something I did. I'm going to praise somebody else. It was an Agile coach I saw with a team, and he said to them, you are going to be an empowered, self-managed team, and we're going to work in small iterations. And this iteration, this first iteration of you being a self-managed team, I'm going to tell you exactly what you're going to do. And then the following sprint, so right, I'm going to tell you exactly what you're going to do. And then a couple of sprints on from that, he was saying, do you remember what we did last time? What do you think you should be doing? And then over a period actually of months, he took them from being very frightened and completely wanting to be told what to do the whole time, through to being genuinely self-managing and empowered. But it took a number of months.
So the initial structure creates more of a sense of safety within that new system.
Yes, and then you start removing the pieces of structure, and you move, therefore, from directing to guiding to supporting, and finally to listening, and then you're not needed. So, I just thought that was beautiful, because he knew where he was going with them, but he didn't need to frighten them with what the final goal was.
Well, thank you. That was very interesting. Thanks for talking with us here at Agile India 2017.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes, excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.